So, g'day. How you going? Today's a beautiful day. It's a nice 32 degrees to talk about ancient coins. And I know the people from Queensland are watching this and going, nice 32 degrees. Wow, must be a nice winter's day down there. No, it's not. It's actually fairly warm, 32. Oh, such a beautiful day. So we're going to talk about why collect Roman, not only Roman, but Indian and also Chinese coins, because I like to collect all of them. If I could collect all of them, I could, but I just don't have as much money as whatever people think I do. So behind me is a collection you should get if you like coins. So these are all ancient. Up here, we have the Chinese ones. So I think most of these are either Warring States or Song Dynasty. Here we have world coins. One of them, I believe, is Scottish, but there's a good reference. And another good reference is, so if you're going to find books or something, yeah, that's great. But if you can't, and a lot of books you can't actually get, they're out of print and they're expensive. Wikipedia I use quite a lot. It has a lot of information, but you need to see if there's references. If not, you need to take some of these with salt. So the references are here. So what we're going to talk about is Crispus today. Just going to look at one of his coins. We're going to talk about Dida. So she was a Kashmiri queen, and here's a coin there. And I did make a video on Kashmiri coins. She wasn't really that good. She was like bloodthirsty and really, she killed quite a lot of people. And here we have Emperor Juan of Han. So he was supposed to be a benevolent leader, like Antonius Pius. And the problem is that this emperor, so you have three emperors, Emperor Gongzhu. This one is supposed to have killed this one. So it's got it down here. Okay, rags to riches. So he was raised as a commoner as well. So his whole family was executed by a previous emperor, which is really sad. Son of Emperor Wu, blah 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 blah, who in 91 was framed for witchcraft, practiced against Wu, and committed suicide, after being forced into uprising. Okay, his father also died along with the family. So that indicates that there was an uprising and his family and their extended family were killed, which is really sad. But, so that is the thing about all these coins. You can find information on a lot of rulers that existed at a certain time period. But not all rulers you can actually find information on. So we do have these coins. Okay, these coins from Sri Lanka. We don't have as much information on the individual rulers. And these ones are Sultans of Sindh and Punjab. These are the first Islamic style coins issued in what they class as India, Pakistan. These were issued in Sindh. Virtually nothing is known about these rulers. All we know is what is on the coins. There's not that much historical evidence, so that's why coin collecting is important. And you're probably saying, oh, numismatists do a lot of research on this. Well, they do some research, but obviously when you're working at a university, you need to do other stuff. You need to teach, you do some research, but your main focus is on money. So basically that's what they cater for. And a lot of this research is done by people who just have a passion for a hobbyist. So most of the translations and inscriptions are probably done academically, but classifying the coins would be done by other people, not within the university, because they dedicate a lot more time to it. Anyway, so they're quite nice coins. And today's focus is going to be on these three different styles of coins. So these Kashmiri coins are based on Greek coins, and the Roman coins are also based on Greek coins. So first of all, we have a Crispus coin. So he was the son of Constantine I, and he was supposed to have been a really good not an emperor, a Caesar. So that's why we have, at the end of the coin, we have noble Caesar or noob. I like that you say that, no, you're a noob, dude. Anyway, so, and we have Crispus, and we have information at the start. So this is his portrait, diademed, and he's probably took some ecstasy. That's why his eyes are so high, bloodshot. And on the back, vote 10. So this is year 10. So he was born in 300 and died in 326. So he was only 26 years old when he was executed by his father. Now the reason for his execution, we're not too sure, but it was pretty quick. So obviously there is some, like the Wikipedia article has he as, and also the Gibbons. Actually, the Gibbons doesn't say that much about it. What we have is that Crispus might have had an affair with his mother-in-law, and her name was Fausta, and she was also executed. But they might not have had an affair. It could have been that various people in the court, either his brothers, or we could have had court officials, got into the emperor's ear and spread rumors, which is pretty common in these time periods. And that's how a lot of people died. I've read a lot about Chinese history, and you get the emperor killing one of his subjects, then finding out that it was all false, or that person who accused that subject fell out of faith and was themselves executed. So really, this all goes around in circles. Okay, the next coin we have is a Kashmiri coin. This is from the Empress Dida. So this side we have Dida, and we have the Queen. She is sitting on the royal, looks like she's sitting on the royal throne. And these are derived from Kushan coins, so they're very stylized. And on this side we have probably the goddess Lakshmi. We have Shri, and it looks like she's standing, or even might be one of the derived Kushan gods, which I don't know which one it is. Probably God Mo, I don't know. Mo, Ho, Do, Vo, whatever they call their gods. All the information you can find on Zeno. Anyway, Dida was not really a nice queen. She was actually quite jealous. So she was the regent during 4 monarchs. So that's pretty suspicious in itself. So her son, Abhimanyu, whatever you call him, the second, he died. He was on the throne from 958 to 972. So that's about 24 years. And he passed away. Could be just natural. He just passed away. But then she enthroned for 1 year Nandi Gupta, and it was her grandson. And obviously she deposed him, or maybe he died. Then Tribhuvan Gupta, wow, he's got such a long name, was put on the throne for 2 years, and he was deposed and probably executed. Then the last one, Bhima Gupta, was on the throne from 975 to 80, and he was deposed and supposedly tortured to death. So obviously probably the 3 grandsons were executed, and could be her son was also executed. But considering she, after her son died, she put 3 grandsons on, maybe she was just trialing them out and wasn't too happy with them. So she had a troubled past, and then she decided to take the throne for herself, and after that she didn't have any heirs. So the only thing that she could do was marry off a daughter to someone else, and then that ended the Upala dynasty. And after that dynasty, we have the next dynasty, which was a different dynasty, but it was so all the Kashmiri dynasties are related. even though the name changes, it has still had a continuous bloodline from the first up until even the sultanates. They just changed their religion, but it seems like they had to still relay the bloodline. Okay, the last coin we have is a wushu. So I showed this before. This was a common coin for about 200 to about 600 AD, roughly. I'd rounded those numbers off. You can check out when the Tang Dynasty started. I think there's an issue at 198 BC, but these can vary depending on the archaeological evidence. So, the emperor I want to talk just quickly about is Emperor Yuan of Han. So, he was supposed to have been a benevolent emperor, and there's some controversy, but he's not as bad as some other emperors. So, he's not as bad as Dida, definitely not, and not as bad as Constantine I, who was pretty jealous. Oh, my wife had sex with my son. I have to kill them both because I'm very jealous and I have a great personality because I own everything. So anyway, this guy, Emperor Yuan, was actually brought up by a commoner. So if you read the Wikipedia article, it says Emperor Yuan was only a month old at the time and only survived due to protection of a sympathetic prison warden, Bingji, and lived his youth as a commoner, so that's important, lived as a commoner, and as what they Cantonese is called Gongjubang, which means princess sickness, you know. Oh, I'm a princess, I'm special, you can't do anything to me, give me all your gold, give me all your jewels. Oh, he hurt me, execute his whole family. Anyway, and afterwards, Emperor Wu in 87 BC gave him an amnesty. And after Liu He short 27 reigns, obviously there was another emperor who died. The 17-year-old Liu Bingyi, so that's his common name, was selected by Ho Guang, the half brother of Liu Bingyi's great cousin. The genealogy just gets really confusing. So I'm a bit confused at the moment. Okay, for the throne, so obviously they chose him as the throne. Inherited oracle, blah 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 blah. Okay, it was hard working and brilliant ruler by historians, but because he grew up as a commoner, so that's why he was classed as a brilliant ruler. But his Emperor Zhu Pingjun, was poisoned. Probably, who was she poisoned? Okay, she was, Empress Ho killed, probably by poisoning, Empress Zhu, and eventually the Empress Ho and her family conspired against Emperor Yuan to overthrow him because he obviously found out and they just couldn't take the chance that he would do something and get rid of the whole family. Well, anyway, they got caught and it failed. And what happened after that was pretty much the whole Ho family died except for her. Empress Ho was actually spared. And that was probably a punishment in itself. Executing her is a pretty easy thing to do, but if you execute the whole family and leave her to suffer, that makes them pretty bitter. So these coins have nothing on the back, although it does have a little dot, but we're not too sure it's a mint mark. Just have 5 shu, so wu shu, and these are pretty common. So the square is supposed to have been for stringing, but I'm not precisely sure why they put the hole in it. That's the only thing they can come up with. But you can stack these coins. These two is hard to stack because the effigy is quite thick, and this one is just quite thick planchet, so it is hard to stack together in the first place. And that's pretty much the same. But these ones, of course, they're flat and they're broad. You can stack them quite easily, 10, 20, like you can stack modern coins, which, even if they're different currencies, you can still stack them quite easily on top of each other. Anyway, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching my video. I hope this helps you with coin collecting, and just the fun thing about coin collecting, you can just get a lot of different coins from different time periods, and they can give you a little bit of information about the history of the place. Not only that, look, they look cool, man.